Hi, I'm Ayodamola. You got my mail today, most likely, and then I promised I was going to explain what I meant by that manifestation technique that I sent to you in the mail yesterday, and I also mentioned it today. Okay, so here's the thing. All right, I want to quickly do this, for you. I want to quickly explain. Now, it's amazing. Okay, it's amazing. Have you ever used the word "that guy is going places"? Have you ever used it, or have you ever heard it? I'm sure you've heard people say when they look at a person who looks like he's going to succeed because of maybe what the person is doing at that point in time, maybe because of his school result, or maybe because of some academic excellence, or maybe because of social excellence, maybe because of some big breakthrough, maybe because of some stuff, and then people can look at this person and say, this guy is going to succeed. Sometimes, in fact, a lot of times, in fact, most times, instead of saying this guy looks like he will succeed more, what they will say is that guy is going places. Okay, good. Now, every time there is a destination, there are two things that must always be available. The first thing is that there must be the knowledge of point zero, that is where you are, and then there must be the knowledge of point 100, where you are going. Okay? Now, without the information of two of those things, what you will call that person is lost. So if you left your house, all right, and you are going to point Y, now you must know where point Y is. Otherwise, you will not know how to get from point X to point Y. So it means that if your house was point X, you can get midway and then forget where point X is, which is your house, and then also forget where point Y is. All right? Now, or you don't know where you are. Now, if anything is lacking in any of the knowledge, in any of the three, body of knowledge, point X, point Y, and then point Z, where you are at the moment, that is when a person can be considered lost, which means a person does not know the relationship between where he is and where he wants to be. So where you want to be can always change. So you can decide, I'm no longer going out again halfway, I'm going back home. It means that home is where you want to be. Now, I am explaining this because I want you to understand what manifestation is. If you look at your account balance, statement of accounts, and so on and so forth, you know exactly where you are financially. If you look at the number and the quality of friends that you have, you know exactly where you are socially. If you look at the number of respects and the number of adoration that you experience, deferment, people deferring to you, places, occasions, radio center, you will know just where you are vis-a-vis your reputation. If you know how well if you look at how well your family is faring, maybe your extended family, your parents or your siblings, or your own family, if you are married, then you know where you are, with your family or financial family. All right, so you know. Now, so usually, most people don't have a problem with where they are, or let me say, most people don't have a problem with the knowledge of where they are because they know where they are, and it's all they are where they are, and they have no issues with where they are. The only problem is that for some reason, understandably so, They do not want to be there. I mean, it's repugnant to be at the place where you cannot afford meals, you cannot afford good food, you cannot, look fine, you cannot, so yeah. Now, the issue is that if you ask them where they want to be, if I ask you where you want to be, you would tell me where you want to be, but for most people, they will have to think about where they want to be. They will have to think about where they want to be. Now, if you are leaving Los Angeles and you are going to maybe Delaware, if I ask you, if we were together at Los Angeles, maybe we're at this restaurant, and then I say, where are you going? If you are going to Delaware and you are sure and you knew where Delaware was, and you have your train ticket or your flight ticket and so on and so forth, and you are going to Delaware, you will not have to think about it. If I just ask you where, you're just going to say Delaware, because it is now in your subconscious. It was a decision that you've made, and now it's in your subconscious. Good. So if I ask you, where do you want to be financially, reputation-wise, social standing, everything that makes for a good life, some of you have to think about it. Now, there's the problem. That is the problem. That you have to think about where you want to be means that you have not yet started the journey of where you want to be. Like I've always told you, the journey always starts at the end. So if you're going to Delaware, it starts by being to Delaware in your mind. That's the end of the journey, but that's where it starts. That's where the journey starts. Okay? So, the manifestation technique that I have taught you is to bring where you want to be into your subconscious, so much that your whole body, your whole entity knows that that's where you are going, and so much that you never have to think about it again. So, how then do you do it? You do it by thinking about it once and for all. Okay? So, what do you want your life to be like, look like, feel like? Where do you want to be? And then you say, I want to earn this amount of money. I want to live in this kind of place. I want to drive this kind of car. I want to have this kind of family. I want to have this kind of social standing. I want to have this kind of reputation. I want to have this kind of branding. And then you go on and then on and then. And the idea is, I need you to put it out in present tense. I earn so monthly. I live in a so place, so house, so type of house, in so type of place, in X place, named place. I drive this kind of car, and I have this type of other cars. I have this, and I have this spouse, and I have this number of children, and I have this, and so on and so forth. And then now the idea of you thinking and writing it out is not because I just want you to know it alone. It's because I need your mind's eye to see it so that you can go there. Let me tell you, okay, this is not difficult, and this is not a principle that you are strange to or that is strange to you. It's just that you did not know that you could apply it with every area of your life or with your finances. Okay, if you were in Lagos and you were going to Abuja in Nigeria, what you would have done is that you would have imagined Abuja. If you've never been to Abuja before, you quickly imagine something. You quickly imagine Abuja looks somewhere, and then imagine that you are going to Abuja. For people who have been to, if you have a house in Lagos and you have an uncle's place in Abuja and you've been there before, the next time you are going to Abuja, what will just quickly flash in your mind is your uncle's living room, or the room that you always stay in, or your cousins, what they will say when you get there. You just quickly flash a video a little video of you in Abuja before you embark on the journey. Even while you are deciding you want to go to Abuja, or once you have decided, this is exactly the same thing. So what you are doing is that you are writing this out is a video script of your life. Okay, so when you write it out, your job is to visualize. Your job is to imagine it. Your job is to image in it. All right. So your job is to imagine it. Your job is to put image to that. All right. Now that you're having AIs, you can make text and generate pictures and then generate videos. The human mind has been doing it way before any AI could ever do it. You can take images and pick words and form images from them. Have you been sleeping and you are listening to something and then your dream was what you are listening to? Like you had, of course, your video, your dream is in videos now, naturally speaking. So you had a whole movie of something that you are hearing, audio. So your mind not only changed audio to text, it also changed it to the meaning and also put moving images to the meaning. So your mind is already capable of doing this. So you're not strange to this concept. You just didn't know, but you could use it to change your entire life. So you record it. I've told you, keep it within 1 minute, and then in as much description as you can muster, make it clear. All right, and then write it out and then record it. Okay, and then when you record it on your phone, you want to make sure that it's on MP3 or whatever other audio file, so that you can play with your music player, so that you can put it on repeat. All right. Now, if you listen to it enough and you say it to yourself enough, because it's your voice, okay, because it's your voice. All right, your subconscious mind will take it and believe it. All right, that okay, this is where we are going. All right, and then the journey will begin immediately. But some people may say, because of my work, I may not be able to do that. That's why I said listen to it as you sleep, because when you are about to sleep, your subconscious is most active as per comes to the surface. All right, because your active mind is, your body is resting, your active mind is not doing so much, so your subconscious, the activity of your conscious becomes more visible in your mental state. Okay, so it's like a cheat code quickly to slot in, your report card or your exam script into the slot. Like people have submitted and you came from that and quickly just put it inside, that kind of a thing. So that's the idea. So when you listen to it as you drift to sleep, it enters into your subconscious properly. Now, here is the thing, okay? So when you do this thing would already have existed in the ether. Ether is the untouchable space. So it's already there in the spiritual realm, if you will, but it's in the non-physical state already, which is where everything that you feel, everything that you see physically, this is where they first exist. There's nothing that existed physically that did not first exist in the mental or the spiritual space. All right, exactly. The Tower of Babel, the story was that some men gathered and said, let us build a tower that will reach into the heavens. Like they already saw it, like it would be something and then reach heaven, and then it started. So it's always like that. Okay. Now here's the deal. Now, because you cannot do magic and you cannot scam people and you cannot just conjure it, it means that physical activities must happen in the physical realm for the things that you desire. And the modum to which the modus operandi, the model, the substance of exchange that can make anything happen for you, that substance of exchange is value. So it means that you must exchange value so that you can have the things that you have manifested mentally, have them happen physically. So, which means that you must pick 1 or 2 or 3 type of value and perpetuate those value consistently enough so that the things that you have manifested can come and appear physically. That is why we are saying join the ultimate Amazon KDP challenge sponsored by 7DC. You've been getting my mails. If you've not gotten my mail, please sign up on the link in this video. All right, and then of course, if you're a member of 7BC, there will always be vehicles and values and challenges that you can join, help you make money and then be given money as well. So yes, I hope you understand. I wanted to keep the video brief, but that's it. All right, thank you so much. I remain Ayodamola Oluwayola 7D. Follow me on social media. Please subscribe to this channel, like and share, and then let me be your friend. Okay, let me help you to make the most out of your life. Thank you very much. Cheers.